grab a seat right there.
Go ahead.
Runnin is an interactive retro future dance party. You begin in a record store and you are given these magic abilities, these magical glow sticks, and your dance energy brings the piece to life. This project was born at Sundance. I met Reggie at a New Frontier event, and so I saw Reggie, I had this idea for this interactive dance piece, and he said, cool. And here we are.
The Sundance Institute actually started with the lab programs in the early 80s. As we're not just trying to support the independent artists, which is always our core mission, but our secondary, very close goal is to make sure that we're selecting projects in all of our lab residencies or grants that are not only going to bring an amazing landmark project to the world, but they will also ask a question that the field needs answered around storytelling and emerging media.
Interactivity is really important to me in VR, and giving the player the opportunity to make choices inside the world, giving them agency, the opportunity to explore a world. So we give them these perspective changes. They can move around the space by teleporting, and on top of it, the player gets to interact with dancers by reaching out to them and touching and moving the voxels that they're made out of. Based on Intel's technology, these voxels will react to the edge of their glow sticks. And so you as a player actually have the opportunity to move the voxels within the space.
The appeal for Running for us is we really wanted to capture music and dance and then create a new kind of form of music video essentially. That was both sort of interactive and it gave the ability for the user to move around inside of the experience and see it from all angles.
One of the things unique about Runnin is it really crosses over to kind of design aesthetics. One being a very realistic environment in a record store, and then you become transported to this very surreal dance floor environment that's much more abstract, and you can teleport to walls and ceilings. And so the challenge was, how do we connect these two very different aesthetics and standpoints and make it work together and make it work with this new data that we have and manage it. And I think it was really cool working with Unity, being able to do that.
Taking these very large volumetric data sets, so we have a large scale volumetric capture stage in Los Angeles, so we built some custom compression tools on our side, and then built a custom plugin to load that data in and cache it in a way that we could operate within a more or less standard PC environment running on Unity.
So like taking all these volumetric assets and throwing them inside this experience more than Intel had ever done before, that's a choice, that was a goal, that was something I had to keep clearing, making sure, can I do this concept? I blocked the performers in these concentric circles. We shot them all at once so that their energy could feed off of each other. That's something that we're capable of doing at a studio as large as Intel Studios, but then actually isolating the dancers out of that point cloud is something that they'd never done before. And figuring that out together with the engineers was such a thrilling moment for me.
We always get surprised by where the spark of epiphany comes from. We had the power of improvisation, which is his craft, and being able to bring improvisation into digital story worlds, into digital spaces, to be able to, both performers to bring in improvisation into the making, as well as to have the audience improvise with the digital content. That's a pretty amazing breakthrough.
What I love about that moment where you see these 2D screens come up and Reggie's around you, you can explore them in these different ways, you can see them through these different angles. You have this mix of media, you have like the very old school practice of 16 millimeter, and then we have the future working with Intel Studios volumetric technology. And I think having those mediums speak to each other inside one piece is unique. I have found that Unity gives me the tool that I need to transform space and time, and that's something that's crucial to me as a content creator.
Virtual reality and these augmented reality glasses are going to allow us to navigate the Internet of Things environment and have a whole different canvas for cultural production and artistry and storytelling, as well as social connections. It's so critical that we have the artists and the storytellers thinking about what is the lived experience of the future we're creating right now for the people living in that future.